Deep in the dark and desolate Pine Barrens of New Jersey, a creature lurks in the shadows, terrifying those who dare to venture too deep into the thick forests. A beast with bat-like wings, glowing red eyes, and a horrifying scream that echoes through the night. Some say it is nothing more than a myth, a legend passed down through generations. Others claim to have seen it with their own eyes, a chilling reminder that some things in the dark cannot be explained. This is the legend of the Jersey Devil, a creature that has haunted the people of New Jersey for centuries. The origins of the Jersey Devil date back to the 1700s, when a woman known as Mother Leeds lived in the Pine Barrens. According to the legend, Mother Leeds was a poor woman who had already given birth to 12 children. When she discovered she was pregnant with her 13th, she was overwhelmed with exhaustion and despair. Some versions of the story say she was a witch, while others claim she was simply cursed by fate. One stormy night, in a moment of frustration, she cried out, "Let this one be the devil." The night of the birth was dark and foreboding. Thunder rumbled through the sky, and a fierce wind rattled the small wooden house where Mother Leeds lay in labor. The midwives gathered around her, expecting to deliver an ordinary child. At first, everything seemed normal. A baby boy was born, and for a brief moment, there was relief. But then, the unthinkable happened. Before their very eyes, the infant began to change. Its small body twisted and contorted, growing larger and more monstrous with every passing second. Wings sprouted from its back, its feet turned into hooves, and a long, forked tail lashed out wildly. Its eyes, once innocent and human, burned red like embers. With a terrifying screech, the creature turned on those in the room, clawing and biting at anything in its path. It then spread its enormous wings and shot up the chimney, disappearing into the night. The midwives stood in stunned horror, unable to believe what they had just witnessed. Some say the Jersey Devil fled into the Pine Barrens, where it remains to this day, lurking among the trees, waiting in the shadows. For years, the story of Mother Leeds and her cursed child was nothing more than a terrifying folktale told around campfires. But then, the sightings began. Strange hoofprints were found in the snow, leading deep into the woods before vanishing without a trace. Farmers reported waking up to find their livestock slaughtered, their throats torn open by something with razor-sharp teeth. Hunters claimed to hear an eerie, high-pitched scream that sent shivers down their spines. The legend of the Jersey Devil was no longer just a story, it was becoming real. One of the most famous incidents occurred in 1909 when hundreds of people across New Jersey and Pennsylvania reported seeing a winged beast flying through the sky. Panic spread like wildfire. Schools were closed, businesses shut down, and armed posses were sent into the Pine Barrens to hunt the creature. Newspapers ran dramatic headlines, warning people to stay indoors after dark. A group of firefighters claimed they saw the creature perched on a rooftop, staring down at them with glowing red eyes before taking off into the night. Another man swore he shot at it, but the bullets had no effect. Eyewitness accounts continued to pour in. A cab driver in Camden claimed a monstrous figure landed on the roof of his car, shaking it violently before disappearing into the darkness. A factory worker described hearing the sound of wings flapping outside his window, followed by a piercing shriek that sent chills through his entire body. A young couple driving through the Pine Barrens one night nearly crashed when a terrifying figure darted across the road in front of them, its massive wings casting an eerie shadow against the headlights. But was the Jersey Devil real, or was it simply mass hysteria? Some historians believe that the legend was created as a way to explain strange events in the Pine Barrens. Others suggest that early settlers may have mistaken large birds, such as the sandhill crane, for something more sinister. Skeptics argue that the Jersey Devil is nothing more than a folk tale, a product of exaggerated stories passed down through generations. Despite these explanations, sightings of the Jersey Devil have never completely stopped. Even in modern times, people continue to report strange encounters deep within the Pine Barrens. Hikers claim to have seen large, shadowy figures moving between the trees. Campers have heard unearthly screams piercing through the silence of the night. Some have even captured blurry photographs or eerie recordings of the sounds they believe belong to the creature. One chilling account comes from a man who was driving late at night near the Pine Barrens. As he rounded a bend, he saw something standing on the side of the road. At first, he thought it was a deer, but as he got closer, he realized it was unlike anything he had ever seen. It had the body of a horse but stood on two legs. Large, bat-like wings folded against its back, and its glowing red eyes locked onto his. Frozen in fear, he could only watch as the creature let out an ear-piercing screech and leapt into the air, disappearing into the darkness. Is the Jersey Devil real, or is it simply an old legend meant to frighten those who dare to wander too far into the unknown? Skeptics may dismiss it as myth, but for those who have encountered the creature, the fear is all too real. The Pine Barrens remain a place of mystery, where the line between reality and legend blurs. Whether the Jersey Devil exists or not, one thing is certain: something strange is out there. What do you think? Is the Jersey Devil a real creature lurking in the forests of New Jersey, or is it just an old story passed down through generations? Have you ever experienced anything unexplainable in the Pine Barrens? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of mystery and folklore.